Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Uchenna. In this video, I want to talk about children as instruments for spiritual growth. So of course, I would like to always define my audience. This is for people that have children, people that have adopted children too, people that live with babies, basically infants. Let me be more specific. So yeah, they are they they are to be a source of joy, but at the same time they also bring us a lot of responsibilities, which will trigger, which should trigger our growth as individuals, as families, as a society. So, what what characteristics do children have that make them spiritual teachers? Now, our greatest spiritual teacher mainly has always been our pain. So children come into the world through a process of you know through a process of pain in one way or the other. So when they come, the problem we have with them is that we don't speak the same language with them. It's difficult to communicate with an infant. In fact, it's almost impossible to communicate effectively with with an infant, and therefore we don't even know, when they're in need. We don't know what they need because they cannot tell us what they need. So we get frustrated with them, and our ways are not their ways. Their mind is still completely innocent and devoid of any cultural programming. So they do not have all those fears that we have, and so we project our fears on them. We get triggered by their actions because they take intuitive action. They just act in the moment and they live in the moment, but we don't live in the moment. We're always anticipating the future or reflecting on the past. That's how our lives have been as adults. So this conflict, of not living in the moment and being with someone that only knows the moment, causes a kind of tension or friction in relationship. And what most adults tend to do, is to yell at the children, shout at them, try to beat them down, try to control them so that they behave accordingly. Try to show them, how adults should live, how sensible children should behave. Forgetting, of course, that everything we have designed, everything that us adults have designed, in the home, is designed for adults. It's not designed for children. So there's always going to be that conflict, because they're always going to be going to places that you do not want them to go to, and they will come. Basically, the infants, what they do is to scatter the whole place when they start moving around, and I use the word scatter because that's the adult interpretation of what they're doing. What I believe that they're doing is they are trying to explore the world around them, and it gets on the nerves of the adults because we want everything to be rigid. We need things to be organized. We need things to be in order. While the child enjoys chaos, they enjoy spontaneity. They enjoy ingenuity, just throwing things around and just being free. They enjoy freedom while we enjoy control. And, so we're always in conflict with them. But we really need to learn from them, how to behave. We need to learn from them how to forgive, because they live in the moment. They don't remember anything after like a minute after something is done. They don't carry grudges like we do. So these are attributes that we need to emulate from the children around us, and then they provide us with an opportunity through the conflicts I've mentioned, through the tensions. They provide us with an opportunity to practice our spirituality. to practice our kindness, to practice our patience, to practice our tolerance. Because if you cannot manage those triggers that they are counted to trigger you, you know, you probably will not be able to manage it in the wider world. So that's what I've noticed, from my own infants and toddler. Yeah. So it's a big job. It's a big ask. Every day, she keeps doing things, that ordinarily, you would not be happy, that that it is being done. Um, but it's really an opportunity, for me to practice my non-attachment, to practice um, my patience, my forgiveness, my calmness. Um, yeah, because the greatest power, that we have is learning how to be calm under chaos, and children are the perfect teachers of how to do that, of how to implement that in your life. So we we just have to run after them, look after them. When they scatter, we arrange without any grudges or anything like that, because they really do not know what they are doing. So we learn the act, of forgiving somebody that doesn't even know that they've done something wrong, which is a very critical, lesson that we need to learn in life. We always have to forgive people, even when they don't even know that they're wrong, or when they don't know that they have probably wronged us or not. Yeah, so those are the lessons I'm learning, and I'll see you guys on another video. Bye.